After scuba diving and watching trout respond to different colors of dry flies at different times of the day, my friends and I came to believe that the theory of color attraction is an important new idea in fly fishing. It's simple, it's based on third-grade physics, and it works. Guides on western rivers who have tried this theory for choosing the right color of attractor dry fly report a 20 to 30% increase in the number of trout caught by their clients. Color attraction is simple. Photographers know that light has color. It isn't white. Under warm, reddish-orange light during the evening, an orange or red object is going to be incredibly radiant, almost on fire, and that makes it stand out. On a tree-lined stream on a summer day, there'll be a lot of reflected green light, and a green object is going to be intense. During midday on open water, when natural light is yellowish, a yellow object will shine like a beacon. That's the color theory. Pick the attractor fly that matches the color of the ambient light.
Well, while we're out, let's talk through the methods. So, first thing I wanted to do is a darkroom experiment where there was either no light, a little bit of like natural, indoor light, and then doing a ramp from 0 to 100 on a fader. So basically what I did is I just took my foam color pad here, which has all the colors of foam that I care about, that I use, stuck that under a white light, and then did that where it was in the dark, and then mixed it with some light, and then just did a full ramp on it. And then instead of white, then I switched it to red, yellow, green, and blue, which were all filtered lenses which go in front of it. And that was a way to kind of figure out, when you have red light, what does it do to red pigment or red foam, something like that. So we'll walk through those. The next part is, obviously, that's not what it's like. So it's not what it's like out in the real world, right? So I wanted to do an on-site experiment. So the idea there was to use a camera submerged at some depth and then put the color patch under the water and see what that color looks like. We wanted to do it midday and dusk and by like green banks. That's something LaFontaine talks about in his video. And the important thing is I wanted to make sure that the camera was submerged at all times so that there's no mixed media, there's no air to water that's maybe changing the colors or anything. I also wanted to do the opposite here, so the camera was on the bottom and then I floated the color patch upside down on the surface of the water so that you kind of get the fish's perspective of what that looks like. So those are the two different approaches I was going to do, and I'm doing this in fall to make sure we have clear water testing, because it doesn't really make sense to do it if it's not clear water. Originally I thought I would try to control depth, but that proved much harder because I was kind of holding both the camera and the color patch, so I was getting pretty wet doing this. But I got a lot of different samples, video, photos. What I've been doing is carabinering this to my net so I can stick it underwater. Show you what that looks like here. That's kind of the idea. I got every foam I could tie with that I could find. right, heading back to the car. Took a bunch of samples today. Everything LaFontaine talks about in this video, you know, high sun, grassy banks, sunset. So I stayed, make sure to get some sunset stuff as well. We're gonna take it home, analyze it, see what we can figure out from it. By the way, it fished pretty good today as well. Got wild fish. So the idea today is we're going to run some transects across flow and see how color changes as you go the width of the river. We're going to do that in shallow water and deeper water. It's midday right now. I'm going to try to do it at dusk later.